Ready for an adventure that welcomes everyone? Dive into Cache Odyssey. Cache Odyssey is 6 fully accessible geo tours where every geocache is designed for everyone, regardless of their abilities. Each hidden cache tells a unique story, bringing people together on a journey of discovery. With your support, we can make these inclusive adventures a reality. So, whether you're a seasoned geocacher or a new adventurer, get ready to experience the thrill like never before. Join us in creating truly accessible geotours. Support Cache Odyssey today.
If you have not become a patron of the Geocache Talk Network, what are you waiting for? Patron levels start as low as a Bison Tube level at $3 a month. To sign up is easy. Simply go to the Geocache Talk website and click on the Become a Patron button, or go to patreon.com/Geocache Talk. Patrons now get the famous Blackout coin, invites to special events, and other really great items throughout the year. Become a patron today. Have you subscribed to FTF Magazine yet? FTF Magazine is the #1 geocaching magazine available. It is a quarterly magazine that you can be part of. Submit your geocaching milestones and adventures to be published. FTF Magazine is also interactive with puzzles to solve and the hunt to find Spartacus. If you can solve the puzzle or find Spartacus, then you will be entered in to win a special pack tag. Every new subscription, you will receive a special swag pack. Subscribing is easy. Just visit FTF's website, ftfgeo.com. Don't miss out and subscribe today.
Logwork, the creators of the fantastic logbook, made with genuine write-in-the-rain paper. The logbook's designed for the micro-containers of the present and future, geared towards the hider who'd rather go caching than doing cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com. That's logwerk.com.
Calling all geocachers. At artedcrafted.com, we create unique apparel designed by geocachers for geocachers. From custom t-shirts to personalized mugs, our gear lets you express your passion. Stand out at your next event with artedcrafted.com. artedcrafted.com. Gear up for your next geocaching adventure.
Right. Big thanks to our new patrons, 1 and 7 and SSO JOAT. Thank you to all our patrons for keeping the show on the air. And tonight is the night. We are in launch mode. Let me bring in my co-hosts and our guests for tonight. And there they all are. Hey.
Howdy, howdy.
That was special for Emily. You're welcome, Emily. Go Buckeyes!
There you go.
Oh,
Mr.
no.
Ohio State over there. All right. So for night, we've got co-hosts John and Jesse. So good to see you guys.
Good to see you, Gary.
And our guests, we have Tim and Monty and Brian.
Hello.
Tim and Monty are our folks from Indiana, and Brian is, I don't know, Ohio, I think.
Maybe somewhere around there.
So we'll get into everything in 1 second, but let's quickly do this. Of quick updates, news-wise. John, you want to do the first couple?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know how many people saw over the last few days. Geo Woodstock is now actually pretty close to 2,600 will attends, believe it or not. So
Wow.
I know we've all been monitoring this one because the sense is this is going to go giga, on this one. The magic number is 3,000. So, I mean, just imagine we're around 400 will attend shy of going giga
That's
on
it.
this one. So, I mean, pretty cool on this one. And, so if people are thinking about, going to Geo Woodstock, you want to log your will attend so you get the latest news on that front because, on this one, there's going to be a lot of very cool announcements coming up for like side events, for different items out there. And if you want to make sure you don't miss out, do that now. I'm going to put like in the chat right here the GC code. And you can also get that by going to Geo Woodstock. So if you just Google Geo Woodstock on that one, you will get the page. You'll go up there. You can put Log Your Will Attend on that side. So, do that, get up to date. And I mean, certainly I know Gary's going to go. I know I'm going to go.
Yep.
I don't know who else here is going to go, but it's going to be an awesome time. We're going to talk about Cache Odyssey there. Oh man, I did not bring up Jesse's video. That was not me on that side. But Jesse,
let's keep this a family show. Let's keep
it
a family show.
We will relay information to Jesse on there. So I know we're excited, and Geocache Talk Network is actually proud to be a sponsor of Geo Woodstock 2025 as well too. Oh, and I see Drew's going, Barbershop Drew. So yeah, awesome, Drew. So thank you for doing that on that side.
Another quick note too, we have Troop Biz in here who's mentions about he's on the committee. Mark, side events for Geo Woodstock will be published on January 1, and we hope to see some more will attends roll in at that point.
Yeah, and I appreciate what Railroad brought up too. It's important to register as well too. So if you go to the website, you can also register onto that one.
Yeah.
So definitely, we encourage people to do both on that side for Geo Woodstock. And oh man, just other people. Yeah,
a lot of people.
I actually yesterday, I was in West Virginia.
Really?
I went and visited Troop Biz in West Virginia to start working on some of the adventure labs and start checking out the area. Dude, this is going to be an amazing place. I can't believe some of the awesome things that he has set up. He's got an amphitheater. There's this amazing river walk that we were at. I went to the site of Geo Woodstock and grabbed the caches around there and climbed a tree because there was a tree climbing cache right by Woodstock, and just so many cool things that he's got set up there. I am so pumped about this.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yep. More soon. I know Marco is going to be on and give us more information in a couple of weeks. So looking forward to that. What else we got going on, John?
Yeah, we want to remind people there's a couple of geocaching souvenirs out there. The Log 2024 one, so that's available from December 24th to December 31st. So if you haven't logged a cache yet, you can find any cache, attend any event, complete an adventure lab location, find a Cache Odyssey cache, and earn that Log 2024 souvenir. And if you don't have on your calendar yet for 2025, you can get Discovering 2025 souvenir from January 1st through January 8th, 2025. And on there, again, same thing. Log any geocache, attend any event, complete any adventure lab location, and you can find another Cache Odyssey cache and get that souvenir too. So keep those on your radar. Don't miss out.
Awesome. Yeah, I have a quick update on this. Will be the last one for this year. Next year, we're going to be doing our 10th year. Can you imagine? Can you believe it, Jesse? Our 10th year of doing Podcast of Hope.
Yeah, we'll do many more of that, but it is kind of surprising we've already done it for 10 years.
I know.
It's come a long way, though, from the little marker board that we had the first time.
Yes, the little marker board. Now we've got it all electronic, but just a quick update for everybody. We did raise $12,870 this year. We have raised for St. Jude $87,805.73 over 9 years. So we're 12,200 will put us over 100,000 next year. So you can imagine the goal for next year will be 12,200.
That's right.
We got to hit it to get 100,000. So you can always give. You can always go to podcastofhope.com. It'll flip in July, so you have really till July to give to this year's campaign, and then it flips to the next year. I think it flips maybe it might be June, but we set it up. We sort of flip it over about July. It still stays podcastofhope.com. It's just that if you give after that date, it'll go into the next year's campaign because we do it as part of the St. Jude live group. They sort of categorize folks just to make it easier for them to help with marketing and all of that. Um, Podcasters are put in with the for gamers, which is fine. We're just part of that group. So um, people play games online. People go watch, and they give away prizes and etc. You get, kind of like we do, but we just do it as a podcast. So we're part of that campaign. They have I think they have a golf group, and then they have like a runners group. So they have different little groups that are put together just to kind of make it easier again to provide. And they provide us with brand. All those videos you see are brand videos that are provided for us to use for promotional purposes. Um, so yeah, podcastofhope.com is and it redirects to Tiltify, which is what is used for St. Jude. We never see the money. We've talked about that before. It goes straight to St. Jude, and we use Tiltify as our vehicle. So again, it doesn't come to us. We don't take a cut, nothing like that. So the money's going direct. And that is the last one for that. So let's 50% off in the store right now. Geocache Talk Shop at Etsy.com. If you use the code CHEESE from our cheese and cachers, you can get 50% off. So there you go. Go to geocachetalkshop.etsy, put in the coupon code CHEESE, and you can get half off right now to the end of the year. All right. Well, it was a long time to come. Jesse and I had a conversation. We were at Cache Fest, Oklahoma. It was the morning, right? You took off that morning. I think we talked about this.
Yeah.
You were about to head out to start your trek back home. And we were sitting there on the couch just chilling. And you said, we should do something as usual. Let's do something big. And I said, I'm in. What do you want to do? So
here we are.
This is what we did. We started it, and then it's been a lot of work from July to the end of the year, but we have done it. I'm hearing and have seen a lot of people posting that their caches, the owners have commented that theirs have gone live. We'll check on those here in a minute. The leaderboard is up. We'll talk about that here in a minute as well. But
the Geo Tours are slowly popping it, or just popped into the list of current active Geo Tours.
Oh, have they? Cool.
Yeah, I've been checking them on the other screen or flipping back and forth. Yeah,
That's
they all
awesome.
pop now. Not all of them are there yet, but
not
all the
yet.
We'll
get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have 6 Geo Tours that are going to be going live over the next few days. Some are tonight. We have, in fact, we can go ahead and share. I'm going to share the leaderboard current, and then John, do you have any other opening thoughts before we jump in and talk about some of these?
So I mean, I just want to give a big shout out to everybody because and I know I've said it before, the geocaching community is just so amazing. And just to think, that Cache Fest Oklahoma conversation you and Jesse had to, just taking it to the point where we are now in having, 6 regional geotours active, that's amazing. And really it's amazing, especially with everybody's help that made this possible. Because I think when we're taking a look at this, like our team of doing this has been like between 50 and 60 people working collaboratively to make this happen.
And keep secrets.
Yeah. Not to spill the beans, So I know there's a few people that were like, this was so cool to be in on the beans before they spilled on that side. But really, I mean, this is a credit to everybody, from all the incredible hiders, everybody who's helped out, everybody that helped out with the Indiegogo. So a big thank you to everyone for making this awesome project happen.
Absolutely. So there's a bunch of them we're showing on the screen
They're all
right now.
popping up, yeah.
On the leaderboard, we've got I think we got 19 on here.
Well, and on geocaching.com, all 6 tours are live. They're slowly being populated with caches that are coming out.
That is awesome. So they're all going live, not all tonight. We're hoping for that, but some of them are not. Like Texas was not available. They're not open till Tuesday, so we didn't feel comfortable publishing it because you can't go find it right now. So,
and we know people get excited and people try to go to locations and scout and stuff ahead of time. We don't really need people getting arrested on the first day of Cache Odyssey. So
exactly,
that would not be good for what we have planned.
Exactly. And we're going to talk about Indiana and Ohio here in a few minutes, but we just wanted to kind of start the process of showing everybody all these caches. They're all amazing. They're all different. And a lot of work has gone into this project. And we're going to discuss more of that as well here. So that's the leaderboard. So, So a couple notes in the chat room. People mentioned that Montana's coming in a few days. Others are delayed due to New Year's as well. Exactly. Casher Nick, the cool mentioned Kansas will be published 8 a.m. tomorrow, which makes sense. Owen said that Missouri will be delayed a few days. So they're all going to get out soon. And again, way to go, Ann. We're going to show some, and we got some pictures we're going to show. Awesome. Massachusetts is published. Brad mentions that Florida goes live at 6 a.m. tomorrow. That's awesome.
Very cool.
Yep.
Which just means I have to get up early even on my vacation. That's not fair.
That's right, to go get Florida.
But how cool would it be to get an FTF on one of these? I know I was pleasantly surprised earlier because my cache got published earlier than expected. So I got to give a big shout out to Cayuga Crew, where they got the FTF on the first cache published for Cache Odyssey in New York on that one. So that was really cool on that side. But I got to tell you, I have a certitude on mine, and it's so cool to see all the interest from people already on that certitude, you know?
Oh, absolutely. I put in the chat room, you can always go to cacheodyssey.com and go to the leaderboard there. You can also type in the geocachetalk.com /cache-odyssey-leaderboard, and that'll also take you there as well. But if you want to the only part you have to remember is just remember cacheodyssey.com is the website for that. So, pretty excited. Let's talk a little bit about the process. I know that Tim and Monty, I contacted you guys through geocaching.com, and I was like, I know this is weird, but
call me.
Call me. Yeah, right. So what were your thoughts, Monty, on what's this guy doing and what's he trying to get me to what was he trying to cook me into here?
It actually sounded easier than what it was.
Right.
Because the instructions has to be regular or large, has to be a letterbox, has to be a terrain 1. It sounded good until you try and find a location.
Yes.
And trying to find any kind of T1 location, it ended up to be not as easy as it sounded.
Yeah, that was something that I think, like you said, talking to as I started to talk to all the different people that I had contacted to do this project, one of them I remember was talking to Try Caches, because you guys hide a bunch. You guys do great caches. Um, you came highly recommended. You and Tim do the ones, a lot of the Midwest Geobash. How long have y'all been doing the Midwest Geobash caches, do you think, Tim?
Two years now.
About 2 years you've been doing those? Okay.
2 years. Yeah, we're working on our third right now.
Okay, cool. So, that's, kind of like, I was talking to Tricasius, in North Dakota, and I said, he goes, yeah, I'm interested. And I go, like I said, it has to be a letterbox, has to be train one, has to be large or regular. I told him regular size or bigger. And then there was a pause, and then Chad goes, "Ooh, I gotta think about this one a little bit." It's like, yes, it's going to be tricky. So, what were your first thoughts, Brian, on the requirements?
I was super pumped about the whole thing. I actually already had a container that I've been like, all right, this is big. I want to put it somewhere. I want to find an awesome place. And then when you started talking about the requirements,
right,
I was like, holy cow, I already have this built in. I know what I'm going to use. I just got to find a good place for it. I had the same issue that Team Phoenix had, and I bet most of these people had, is where do you put a large so that it's going to last and so that it'll be acceptable, someplace that's safe and allowed. Those were the two biggest issues that I was running into as I was trying to navigate all this.
Well, I think the important thing here too, we're seeing is so we're just beginning this project, right? We'll talk about where we hope it goes in the future and everything later, but the topic's not new to us, but we reached out to some of the best hiders, obviously, across the country with these requirements. And real quickly, all of us are learning, well, this is why a lot of these don't already exist. It's not just because people don't care. It's because it's hard to do these things. And so we're learning a lot already from this, as you've already heard from just two people. And there's many others we're going to feature throughout the time, but a place that's safe to go, a place that's handicap accessible, you can add creativity and we're learning as we talk about this project more and more. I think we're going to learn a lot more about this whole process, and hopefully as we spread the education, we're going to save some people a lot of headaches that you'll see this crew has kind of gone through to get this all together. Right. So it's lessons learned already, and we hadn't even started yet. So I think that's a great place to start.
Yes. Sharon mentioned about Minnesota. That's the incorrect one. It'll be updated for Minnesota. It's a letterbox hybrid too. So they have the wrong GC in there.
Code.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll get that fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So one of the things too that we ran into or we found as we were, and Ann says George has been found. That's awesome. So, we're kind of doing this as we go live. So let's go to the pictures. I think we can show this one now. It's been out there, right? This is old hat, right? Right, John? Can we show the pictures on this?
Yeah,
one?
I think we should show them, Gary, because we just have so many cool caches out here.
Oh yeah,
and a lot of these cool caches are going to be featured in the gallery images on the GeoTour pages too.
Yeah,
because we just want to give people a sense of all the hard work that people put into these caches, how unique they are, how cool they are, and to piggyback off of Jesse's comment earlier on the size of these, we found out in some of these conversations with some of our hiders, they're going to put out the first large letterbox in their state. And
yeah, that's the thing I was going to mention. Yeah, when we went through the stats, that was the thing y'all did recently. Was like, how many are there that are of that size? And it's like none in some cases. That was insane. So I'll find a photo.
You throw in it's also a T1 and a large and a letterbox. You're really narrowing down the field at that point. Are we muted or is my computer broken?
No, I can hear you. I don't think I could hear
Gary's
Gary.
muted and he doesn't realize it.
Oh, okay. So
Oh, he is.
Ah.
Go ahead, then. Go ahead, John. I'm going to pull up the Georgia ones while you're talking.
yeah. So I mean, I think coming into these, I mean, the Georgia one is a great example upon the creativity that Anpo put into it. I mean, just incredible, because I think one of the cool things when we all started, we formed this Facebook group, this private group of all these hiders. It was just so cool to see people building off of each other's ideas and leveling up their games and leveling up the quality. I know it's a team like it was just incredible. I mean, for Team Phoenix 421 to be there, Anpo, Tricashius, you name it. I mean, that all-star group has just been incredible. And I think, Gary, as you pull up some of these hides, like these are going to show people the level of detail that went into these.
Yeah, there's the Georgia cache. This is insane.
That is amazing.
How does that not get favor points every single time?
Oh, yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad you did that, Gary, because I mean, so many people, when we use this for like a launch graphic, they may have thought, oh, that's funny to make that geocache. No, this is a legit geocache as part of one of these geo tours.
That's a good launch one.
Yes.
I also want to show the update. We are now up to, let me bring up the other screen, and I give a quick update on where we're at on one of the caches. And if you look at Arkansas, they now have 3 finds.
Oh, wow.
So, way to go, Arkansas. They're up to 3.
So is that the leader of the caches right now, or
that's
how do we
the
determine
leader
that?
right now.
That's the leader for
yeah.
finds. Oh, they haven't put favor points on there yet. Come on, guys. Come on.
No favorite points, but fines.
How
They
are
have
we not
3
putting favor
fines.
points on there yet? Come on.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, Pizza Ninjas has a find or has a favorite point on there. So
Yeah.
why doesn't Georgia have? Georgia doesn't have fines yet. They do, but it's not. They're not shown on the leaderboard yet.
Yeah, it'll take a little bit.
And I think this information, I think the way, and a big shout out to Retire Guy for putting this leaderboard together.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, it's not quite 100% in sync. It takes a little while for it to sync up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, as we're looking at this and during the show, I mean, the fines, the favorites, those are going to sync up in there, and those are going to add up. But it's going to be so cool to see all the favorite points generated by these. And I do have to give one point on here too. If people go for Cache Odyssey New York, feel free to message me beforehand if I'm available and in town. I would love to meet with people on that one. And especially if you're inclined for pickle or pineapple pizza, let me know beforehand. And and maybe we can arrange for a pickle pizza or a pineapple or pickle pizza, meetup. Just saying.
Oh me, oh my. So I want to, as we're continuing to update, I wanted to kind of go over a couple of the hides. And let me see if there's anything to get in the comments. We'll come back to things. Oh, Doug's on tonight. All right, Doug is in Europe. He's in Europe right now.
96 helped out with the leaderboard, I think is what he's saying.
Oh yeah, with help from Sloth 96. Awesome. He's in Europe right now, so enjoy your time in Europe, Doug, and so appreciative of your help getting those done. That's awesome. But I wanted to I asked Tim and Imani about their hide. So I'm going to bring up a picture, and then you guys talk a little bit about how this came about. How did y'all decide to do this?
Everything's different. like the process for everything is different. It depends like where we're going and all that. I think what we were trying to do was find the location first.
Sure.
And then that's kind of just like the idea went from there. But I think how it ended up at the library is because we've already worked with the town down there. We've got a section of the Lincoln Highway Adventure Lab series is also in town there. So we worked with them a few years ago to get that part done. And then so it was really cool working with the people in the library, and I run a business in town as well. So they're actually customers of mine. I've known them for years. And they were just like so super excited when we went in there and asked them about, I went in and talked to Don, the director of the library. And I said, hey, this is what we're doing. And, it'd be really cool if we're here. And he was like, yeah, that'd be great. And he brought it to the town board meeting and all that, which happened to be like a couple days away or something. And one of my customers come in the next morning. They're like, "Oh, you're the geocaching guy." And I was like, "Yeah, I guess so." And so it was like, yeah, Don was really excited about this, and I think from there, we kind of took it and just started spitballing ideas. So now we're in a library, and now we've got which is one of the things for us, like for me personally as a builder, is when I've got not only permission from like a property owner or something, but when they're like inviting you in, and it's like, yeah, man, if you need to knock down walls, go ahead. You're like, okay, cool. But
that's awesome.
So they were very they're great people to work with. They really are. They're very acquiescent and just kind of super excited about the whole deal. And I believe he wrote up Don, the library director, wrote up a press release. It's going to go to one of the local region news. I think he said he's going to be sending that to.
Awesome.
So it's kind of cool. And then I'm not sure who it comes down to. I'm not sure ever who has the idea for the cache between the two of us, because we're pretty. Monty, I think, was it your idea for the book? I think
what we ended up doing is we were going to base something on Homer's Odyssey. And I started looking for graphics, and once I looked for graphics, I found this and said, this is it.
Right.
And then Tim built the book around the graphic. We ended up having the graphic printed like at Staples.
Yeah.
And then that opens up, and it's really kind of cool because it has soft close hinges. Tim put soft close hinges, so the book just kind of closes all by itself slowly.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then it's mounted to a bookcase, which now we're doing into a little free puzzle exchange.
Oh,
so that's cool. A part of it. I think the press release, it was in Friday's edition because it was supposed to be released the 27th. So even though it wasn't live, there was a little local newspaper, and they talked about the whole Cache Odyssey project. So that's kind of cool too, to have press release for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's incredible.
And just the support alone from the community down there is pretty cool. It's nice when like the Muggle community, kind of embraces what we're doing, and it's really a cool experience to be part of all this and to be, in with all you guys. Crazy, man.
Yeah. It is awesome to see that. It was so awesome to see the group come together, for this. It was an amazing, like you said, a lot of work has been put in by all the hiders, but it has been joyous to watch as things started to come together for everyone, and just seeing the teamwork come together in various ways. From Doug doing getting the leaderboard done, and everybody coming together. Even when we had, I wouldn't say we didn't have really heated discussions, but we did discuss this quite a bit.
That was never going to be perfect, no matter what.
It was never going to be perfect.
Make everybody perfect on that.
No, but I think we settled on at least a workable. I'm showing the board right now for the different geo tours. We kind of settled on where to put everything as best we could. And Charles, Pathfinder 33, had the genius idea of splitting Alaska and Hawaii, which is really smart
Mm-hmm.
because both of them take effort. There's no way around it. They take a trip. I mean, you're probably not driving to Alaska, and you certainly are not driving to Hawaii. So you are going to be taking two, trips. And so we wanted to split those. We didn't want to burden, the way to put it, the whole West Coast to go do two full trips when the rest of the geotours could drive them. You can drive the rest of them. So this way, to finish the Northwest or the Southwest regions, you just have to take one trip. Again, it's not perfect, but it was the best that we could come up with, and so that's kind of how we ended up.
Here's the short thing: you've got to go get them all anyway. So does it really matter
That's
where
right.
they're split up? You're going to go get them all. You got to get all 50. So just
Yep.
start the clock today and go get all 50.
Absolutely.
Well, and what perfect timing, because a lot of people right now are kind of firming up their 2025 like caching plan.
That's right.
And kind of what giga do you want to go to? Geo Woodstock, obviously, log your will attends. Your mega, your block party. So, I mean, this is kind of the perfect timing for people then to firm up their travels, get those in place. I know I even saw some bookmark lists already from people like on their must caches for 2025. And it's cool to see the Cache Odyssey caches starting to get in those lists too on that one.
Yes.
I think a few shout outs I want to make sure we give as we were like looking at that map is definitely Ann Poe. Give a big shout out to her for the geo tours because a lot of this was more magic happening as we brought more people on board.
Yes. Absolutely.
Because originally this was not going to be geo tours, and Ann kind of had some conversations and some thoughts that made it happen on that side. So big shout out to her, and definitely Jeff, your guru at HQ, for all the help with this, because I think the more people we got on board, the more interesting, the more cool things we could do to make this tour happen. And I don't know, to me, I know I'll keep on saying it was magical because I totally believe that 100%. Just the team coming together to do all these cool things. So thank you again for everybody's help with that.
Absolutely. And we've been going through the whole process, and it's been a process. And some of them are not going to publish tonight. Again, we talked about because, for example, Texas is not going to go live till Tuesday because the museum is not open, and they're just not open until Tuesday. So HQ did not feel comfortable having that go live.
Smart, though. You're right for that.
Yeah. We're also in discussions with HQ about Brian. So guess what, Brian? Let's talk about. I'm going to show your cache, but you can talk a little bit about your. If you want to talk a little bit about your situation, but
Sure.
We're going to get there, right?
We are going to get there. I'm super pumped about this. Like I said earlier, it was finding the place was the hardest part of the whole deal for me. And I started, going down the list and trying to figure out what was allowed, what's not allowed, what have I seen before. I hit a large once before in the woods, and it was there. It was good for about 3 or 4 months, and then some local kids found it and destroyed it. And I was like, I don't want that for Cache Odyssey. I want to make sure that it's going to last for hopefully all 3 years. And
yes.
So I reached out to a few different places, and one of them was actually a local business, and the guy was super awesome. Started talking to me. It's a toy store actually in the area, and his wife is actually turned out she geocaches periodically, and so he was even more excited about it. His wife said, "Hey, you got to do this," and so I was going through all the process and everything, and it just turned when I finally submitted everything. I wanted to make sure it was actually in place and ready to be found before I submitted things because those are kind of the rules. And
Sure.
then I got the message back from the reviewer, and he's doing his due diligence. He's doing all the things that you're supposed to do. He's saying, well, it's in a business. We don't usually allow that. Let's see what's going on. And so we're going back and forth figuring out what can be inside of a business, what can't. And when I realized that actually I was talking to Gary, and just the fact that not all of the caches are going to go live. They didn't go live tonight. There's only 19 actually right now that are live, but they're all going to eventually go live. And there's going to be 3 years. People are going to be looking for these for a while. So why be in a big hurry to throw something together at the last second, get it published just to get it published?
Yeah.
When we can wait a little bit longer and make sure that it's what we really, really want and the best that we can do. So actually, my cache, I went out and got all the swag. So I've got a whole bunch of it, just kind of sitting around my living room waiting.
Wow. Check that out. That's awesome.
Because it's a massive container, and I'm like, I got to have enough swag to make it look like it. I didn't want to put 3 pencils in a troll doll in the bottom of a massive sized container. So I've got all this stuff sitting here, and I was ready to go and take it out there and publish it. Actually, the business owner, when he's like, "Oh, we can't put it inside," we'll just bolt it to the outside of my business.
Yeah.
I'm like,
incredible.
You're okay with us just taking a bolt and drilling it into the side of your wall? He's like,
This is what I was saying.
I'm like, all right, well, thanks for that. I'm super pumped. The guy is so cool, laid back, and I just told him we're going to publish it once we got it the best that we can have it, and we want the best that we can. So when people come out, they have a really great time. I want people to enjoy finding this cache.
Yes, incredible.
Yeah. And how cool was that? I mean, like, your story was so similar to so many other hiders. Like, once they explained what they were doing, like, so many people went out of their way to be like, how can we help you with making this so cool, so much better, putting it on at an awesome location? That really excited me a lot to hear that from people.
Well, that, and look what you just built with that part of the non-geocaching community, with the business in town. They're now excited about geocaching and what messages is being sent out there. And, it's not just like, hey, I'm going to hide something and somebody's going to tromp through your bush to get to it or whatever. You're open about it, and you're bringing them into a good project that's going to bring people in. And that's what we want all geocaching to be, really.
Yeah, that was the key. That when Jesse first, pitched this idea, I was like, what? Why does it have to be a letterbox? And why does it have to be large or not large, regular or large? But then as we discussed it and you mentioned those things, Jesse, you're like, we got to up the game. And we need to, and the terrain one was also critical. And I was like, okay. And something that we knew, but we really found out more about really was the fact that almost all terrain ones, at least in the United States, we're not, I can't speak for other countries, but if you go through the list, I think, John, you kind of did this too. You go through and you look, the ones that are terrain one are either not labeled correctly, which you found that out, John, when you were down. You're down a leg for a while there. When your knee was out, they're not labeled correctly. Number one, or they're just a pill bottle under a lamppost. Nothing against that for what it is, but
We've all found those. Yes.
We've all found those, but it's like, how exciting for wheelchair accessible folks to, to find
Yeah,
that. That's,
absolutely.
they can't find them. Right, John? You try to find one.
Yeah, absolutely, Gary. Because I mean, it's 100% because when your mobility is limited, and I mean, it was kind of like funny for me, right? Like I had massive knee surgery after a hiking accident, and then I broke the foot in the same leg, right? So for me to get mobile and get out there, it was like I'm looking at terrain one caches, and especially with favorite points, because it's like, man, if you're having a hard time getting out, it's like you want to find something cool, you want to make it worth your time. So when you're going out there and then you find out it's not true terrain one and you can't get it, man, what a bummer, what a downer. It really takes the wind out of your sails, And I think for people like, you can make an awesome terrain one cache. And I think everybody in Cache Odyssey really did,
Yes.
So, I mean, it's been so cool to hear from people that, do have limited mobility on this one who have been involved with the project. This is going to be awesome, because this is going to get them out. We know people who have reached out to us and saying, maybe their partner, maybe their like wife or husband has limited mobility. And this is really going to be an opportunity for them to get excited about caching again,
Yes.
And that is so cool to hear. And I know I'm so thankful for all of our hiders focusing on that. And of course, Jesse for the original big idea on this one too, to making this all happen.
And we're not going to stop here, right? So think of all these people that are going to find these caches. Hopefully we're these are awesome caches. I hope we show some more pictures tonight. I don't know if we're allowed to or not, but I really want to. But if we do, if you go and find that cache, it's truly handicap accessible and it's creative, like the project says. What if, one person in each state decides, you know what, I can do this too, and does it? Well, that's now gone from 50 to 100 of these type of caches out there. What if, 10 people do? You're really starting to expand. And, it doesn't have to be part of this geo tour, but maybe that inspires a few people to do similar things. And now we're really expanding the opportunities for a lot of people that didn't quite have it before. All they could go was hit some lame LPC, which I'm not bagging on. I've done a lot of those, but and I'll do the next one that shows up too, I guarantee you. But I mean, have some more options for ones they can find, and hopefully it continues to expand even past that. So, here we get to show some of them. Oh no, you're showing the
here's some of the photos.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Couple notes on this one. This one over here. This is the one in Massachusetts. Was done by
recently been found
by Doug. Yep, recently found. That's at the Harpoon Brewery, but that's available. They were very, from what we understood, very gracious about helping get that into their visitor center, how we could call it. They have a, like a gift shop kind of thing. And so that's where, we're tasting. I don't think it's in the tasting room. I think it's in the gift shop. But anyway, here, this one down here is Rhode Island down here to the left of the map. And of course you've got the lobster, which is awesome.
That's Maine, Gary.
Maine. Sorry. Maine's the lobster trap. Yeah. Sorry. Yep. So that's really cool. Then you got the rocket over here for Georgia. That's a really cool page of all these pictures. And I appreciate, John, you putting this together. There's the one in there's below the lobster trap is the one in the toy store, hopefully, for Brian's. It's a huge thing, Brian. It's a big chest.
One.
It is a big.
I was super excited about it. One of the things on the cache page, like this is one of the things about this particular cache is I want people to bring stickers and put them on my container, and like they contribute to the cache every time somebody finds it. So somebody finds the cache, adds another sticker. Somebody finds the cache, and they take hopefully they'll take pictures and post it on their log, and just slowly watch that cache become covered with stickers. I think that'd be fantastic. So
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
That's a great
I like
idea.
that.
love it. Then you've got again, you got the one over here to the right. This one, and I was trying to make it larger, see if I can make it where you can see it better. For some reason, let's see. Let me do some tweaking here. Just stand by.
And that's going to be
Hold
a
that
really, cool one in Pennsylvania on that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's not wanting to cooperate as well as I was hoping.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, we'll start seeing a bunch of these get found recently. I mean, soon, and we'll see them all over social media. People will share their adventures and stuff.
Yeah, and we do encourage people to use the hashtag Cache Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're posting to like Instagram, Twitter, I mean anywhere, certainly do that one, because I mean that will just help to share all these cool caches and cool experiences. Hey, and Gary, can you scroll down? I don't know if we talked about the finders of the series. Yeah, portion. So again,
that's
big shout
cool.
out to Doug on this one, retired guy. So for people, like if you want to gamify on this one, you can see who's already found these caches. So if one of these people already goes out, gets two, they're going to move to that top of the
It's a
finders
9-way tie right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to show some more. Let me see best way to do this. So, we also have some crazy hiders. So let me show this. This is it. All right.
I'm kind of looking at this going, my wife's apparently in the chat, so honey, cover your ears. I'm thinking, tomorrow I make a trip over to West Virginia, down to Kentucky, see if I can
There you go.
top the leaderboard real quick and at least get a screenshot of me being number one for, a day.
So there's the Minnesota hider. Oh gosh.
He looks
Crazy
familiar
man.
somehow. I don't know. Maybe that's
He's
just
a brand new cacher. You've never met him.
Oh, brand new.
Never,
Okay.
never
Yeah,
met
he's
him.
brand new.
Never mind.
He's kind of shy too.
Yeah. Okay.
He definitely embraced the Minnesota theme. So he's got his lumberjack outfit on, and he's ready to go. So, all right. So I want to show. These are pretty amazing. This one is Mississippi. So
cool.
I'm looking forward to that one. Very cool. It's just amazing. There's there's another shot of the main.
Yeah, that's
the
just
lobster.
insane.
That's awesome.
I mean, the quality on these is so up there. I mean, even if it wasn't part of a geo tour or anything else, these would be amazing caches.
Yeah, and they're all part of this. It's like a incredible, who's who of hiders, and there's a Tricacheus. If you're in North Dakota, you can now find this on your geo tour. If you're doing the Gilby geo tour, you can do the Gilby geo tour, and you can go find you a Cache Odyssey geo tour hide in the same spot. So, but you can imagine all these are just amazing. They're all, don't give away too many spoilers, but you get the idea. They're just incredible.
People are going to have to save up their favorite.
This is the one I was talking about.
Yeah, that one's
this is
insane.
Pennsylvania. Yeah, Pennsylvania is incredible. Thanks to Kevin for that one, and just amazing. So incredible.
I had
the numbers are still. Go for it.
I was going through. I was creating. I wanted to get a Project GC. I didn't know how quick the leaderboard would update, and obviously it's working really, really well. But I didn't know if that would be the case, so I did a Project GC, and I started doing searches for letterbox and searches for. I added large to the filter, and then I I added Cache Odyssey, and like just figuring it out. And it struck me, what if there are multiple caches that have Cache Odyssey in the name?
Right.
And that's where I started. And I started finding, people had hidden stuff based on 2001: A Space Odyssey. And
right.
so I started realizing that there could be this problem. And then I went, well, what about if people start getting the hang of this, like realizing that these Cache Odyssey hides are out there, and they start creating their own caches and just call them Cache Odyssey? And I started thinking about that, and I realized that's not a bad thing.
No.
If they want, if this inspires other people to create amazing hides that are accessible, that are providing this to the community, what if Cache Odyssey becomes bigger than just a geotour, and it becomes a way of thinking about hiding your caches? Like having a whole lot of people going, well, I want to be a part of this whole Cache Odyssey thing. Even though I wasn't one of the geotour, I'd still love to hide this kind of cache.
Right.
And provide that opportunity for people. I think that's fantastic. That got me excited thinking about other people jumping on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Well, and you've really hit on the whole goal, right? The goal is not, look what we've done. That is the last part. That is the furthest thing from the goal we could imagine. It's look what we've started. That's what we want to do. Look what we've started. I hope people copy it left and right. This is Cache Odyssey wherever, whether it's, Cache Odyssey, the Germany Geo Tour, or whether it's, hey, this is the 10th Cache Odyssey in Florida. If it starts that kind of thing, we have done what we set out for. Please copy. Please copy. We don't want credit. We don't care. Just start making awesome caches out there and including everybody in the game. And that's what we want. Please copy. That's not a bad thing at all. You said it exactly right. That is not a bad thing. That's the best thing that could happen.
Yeah, we're really wanting to see this grow. We want, but what we want to have happen though is we want it to grow as true copycats, so that they're one terrains.
Yep.
They don't necessarily have to be letterbox hybrids, but something that hopefully they're at least regular or large. One of the things, Pathfinder 33, he's in the chat room. He mentioned Nevada's will be the only T1 large letterbox in the state. That's incredible to think
Same with
about.
ours.
Yep.
Yeah, same, right, Tim? Yeah, y'all's is the only T1 large letterbox in the state, which is amazing to think about. But one of the things Charles did was he challenged all the hiders that if they would, he's going to make a special item for the hider if they would do a large or greater, and that was kind of a cool extra challenge that he wanted to do, and I thought that was a great idea. So, just a wonderful thing that's really going on. Oh, Kevin's the Arizona. Pardon me, he's the Arizona hider. He says Arizona's is also the only T1 large in the state. So, and Terry's doing Montana, so first in Montana as well. See, there's
The trend.
That alone is incredible to think about. Yeah. Same. Ann saying same for Georgia. So, which is amazing to think about that. So, that Jesse, this is something that isn't even done. Kevin saying first in Pennsylvania. Yeah, Nancy saying the same for all the New England caches. Incredible.
That's wild.
So,
maybe they copy, and the next one is a T1 creative, multi-cache. That's okay.
Yeah.
Do some copy.
Yeah.
You don't have to copy exactly. The big things to copy: T1, truly T1, and awesome, like all these hiders did. Right? Those are every one of the pictures you showed so far. We've seen all the other pictures too. Whatever. These are awesome caches that stand alone, even if they don't. That's what we're looking for.
Yep. Yeah,
That's so wild to me that there's not a lot of T1 large traditionals. I mean, large letterboxes.
Large
That makes
letterbox,
no
yeah.
sense.
You know, it just makes you think, when is somebody going to create a challenge off of all of these?
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
I like that. I like that idea.
Got to find 10 people in your area that will show that they can
That
find.
shouldn't take that long, to find 10 people in the area after Cache Odyssey. Just find one large letterbox and, T1 letterbox. 10 people are going to find it in no time. So you'll be able to. And a lot of people won't do it unless they go find it. I like that. That's a good challenge.
Could be cool.
That's almost cheating.
hey, John, you got a pizza.
Whoa, Charles.
Pizza party.
Yeah, now Charles is I got to give it to Charles. Charles is a Renaissance man of genius on this one, and I fully agree 100%. We should all have pickle pizza parties to help celebrate the launch of Cache Odyssey.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe her. Okay, that's enough of that.
Oh, Pizza Odyssey. Yes, I love the concept of Pizza Odyssey, Gary.
Oh my goodness,
Genius.
Okay,
genius. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Gary, for that.
Yeah, there you go, buddy. And shout out to John. He did amazing getting all of the social media done. John did all the he got all the graphics. So then the graphics are amazing. I love the graphics. There's the Northwest region, what I'm showing right now, but it's a lot of work. Now I know some of this is AI, but still, AI doesn't do a perfect job of this. You have to then take and go through and tweak them to get them proper. And so the graphics and the artwork are incredible. There's the South, but just amazing, to get all these and to make these for all of the regions. It's exciting to see all the regions come together, and so very excited to have these souvenirs out there. Those. Can we spill the beans on the 7th souvenir? Is they're going to leave that?
Absolutely not. There's
Absolutely
no change. That's got to stay a secret until somebody gets there.
So there's the 6. Just a reminder, there's 6 regions: Northeast, East Central, Southwest, Midwest, Northwest, South. And there's your 6 regions. So, you can always follow too on the web, on the leaderboard. Every cache page should also have a leaderboard. It's growing. We're up to more people are hitting the leaderboard. I'll bring it up real quick as we start to get to the end.
As you're bringing the leaderboard up, which region is going to be finished first?
Oh, that's a good question.
And then I would ask the question, who's going to get all 50 first, but we're way too early for that.
Yeah. It's
See, that's a tricky one. Part of me would want to say Northeast, but sometimes the Northeast weather is not the kindest for this year.
Right. It's kind of cold right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's the leaderboard. Got several people have found, and they're on the board. We've got what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11.
And that's how long till somebody has found 2? So somebody jumps up that leaderboard.
Yeah, that's true. I noticed that with the Arkansas is up to 4 finds. Georgia's up to 2. So Massachusetts at 2, and so we've got, again, several people that are now on the leaderboard. And the leaderboard will update. You just refresh and the leaderboard will update. So.
It's an 11-way tie right now. Nobody's jumped into that first spot yet.
11-way tie. I know somebody might be on the road. Who knows?
Wish I was.
Judy's saying the South region will be finished first. So that's a bold statement, girl. I don't know.
There you go. I like it.
It's stepping right out there. So
I think Judy's just issued a challenge to anybody who wants to finish a region first before her.
Wow. Yeah. All right. Well, we're starting to get toward the end. Let's remind everybody you can always go to cacheodyssey.com. You can go to the website cacheodyssey.com if you want to find information about the whole project. You can also from there you can get to the leaderboard, and from the leaderboard you can check out all the ones that are there. Also, I think Jesse said if you go to the geocaching.com webpage and you go to
just geotours.
you go to geotours, you should be able to find the different geotours are now out there.
Yeah, they're all 6 are up.
Okay, cool. So that is awesome. You can find the list of those also at cacheodyssey.com. So if you go to cacheodyssey.com, you can find the geotour list, in case you're wondering for that. So all right. I guess let's go around the room and let's do some final thoughts for tonight. I will start and I'll let everybody else kind of jump in after that. I just want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you to all the hiders for taking the time to put together such incredible caches and for being patient as we went through the process of putting the tours together. And thank you to Jesse for doing all the templates, and for John for doing all the graphics and all the work. We now know how to do a geotour, right, John? We know how to do it 6 times.
Yeah, why not start with 6, Gary, instead of just doing
why do one when you can do 6?
Yeah,
and make 6 times the work to put it together. So, thank you, my friend, for putting all that together
happy to help.
And getting all the requirements that HQ requires for a geotour to be put into place. Just it was great. It was a lot of work, and now we can kind of sit back and go find caches and just enjoy the process for Cache Odyssey. So, who wants to go next?
Yeah, I'll go next. And yeah, thank you again to everybody, because just to be a part of this project, I mean, like, just to think, like, Gary and Jesse, you guys had that conversation at Cache Fest Oklahoma in July, and then I think our conversation after that, I think, was probably in August on that one.
Right.
So, I mean, just to think from like August to where we are now, like recruiting 50 amazing hiders all across the country who are absolute rock stars, getting, just all of that creativity, all of that energy together, working with HQ, doing a fundraiser within the short time span to make this happen. I mean, a big shout out and so much thanks to everybody onto that one, especially in such a great cause to help change caching, and what we're doing. And to hear that comment from so many people, that's been very cool, onto that side. Because I think so many people now are thinking about terrain ones in a much different way. And it's so cool, even within the hiders group, to see how many people, are already having ideas for their next terrain one hides that they want to do on that side. That is awesome. But I know a big shout out to Super Nate, incredible work on his side. He made some awesome banners that you'll probably see on hiders pages on their geocaching.com profiles.
Yep.
So big shout out to Super Nate for all of his help with that one too, on that side. But I know Super Nate and I were messaging earlier, and we're just like so excited for people to find our caches now. And on that note too, there's a couple of events that people are hosting. There's going to be a lot of Cache Odyssey events. But I'm going to put in the chat on this one the Cache Odyssey main GC code. So that GC code is for Cache Odyssey main on that one, that they're having an event.
Cool.
And Super Nate is also having an event too. down in Tennessee. So right now we got the Maine and the Tennessee events, and those are all into the chat on this one. And I know there's going to be a lot of other cool events coming out there that people should keep their eyes open for to learn more about Cache Odyssey and to talk about it. So yeah, thank you again to everyone.
They'll be they're also in the show notes. So after the show's over, if you want to go, you can go to the Geocache Talk website and you can pull up the show notes and find all the information there as well. So
I'll jump in because I want the hiders to get the last word on this. But to use somebody's terms in the chat room, we get to spearhead another awesome project, and we come up with crazy ideas and never think they're going to work. And we're never let down by the geocaching community. We keep getting to do these fun things because we come up with something. If people think they're a good idea, people just jump on board. They do awesome things. And we reached out to people in 50 different states, and they were like, yeah, that sounds like a great plan. That's a lot of trust they put in us for something like this. And now we get to be a part of another project that's just awesome. And I really hope this is just the beginning. And, Gary's tired of hearing it, but and John is too. But we're gonna do something even bigger next, and we're not done with this. And I keep getting them roped into weird things, and I'm about to do it again. I hope that I didn't even tell them this ahead of time. I hope that this inspires people. So we have listeners all over the world. Well, guess what? If you want to start this and start it up, I'm not selling anything. We will help advise on all of that. Just reach out to us. Start Cache Odyssey Canada. Start at Germany. Start anywhere. We can tell you what we've learned. We can tell you all those things. Get it started everywhere, whether it's a geo tour or just reaching out and coordinating with people in your area. Do it. Don't give us credit. We don't care. We don't care about that. We never have. We never will. Just get it started and go out there and do it. We can help point you in the right direction. In a short period of time, this came about, and we even have a few of the hiders on tonight too, but tons of hiders. Everybody wants to step up in the geocaching community and do something to help the geocaching community. So it's that easy. You just have to be brave enough to get out there and ask people to help, and you see what happens every time. So
yep.
If we can help at all, reach out to us. We'll give you what we've learned out of it, and maybe you can even do better. Do better, be more inspiring. That's awesome. Go for it, and I just hope it keeps continuing to spread from here.
Awesome.
I'll jump in. I am just super excited just to even be on the show with amazing hiders. Team Phoenix. Wow, those guys are top notch. I have loved everything they've ever done at Midwest Geobash. They are fantastic. And just to realize that we got 50 of these, 50 people that are amazing hiders. 49 if you don't count me. I'm kind of okay. But it's really, really awesome. Amazing. I'm getting more and more excited just when I found out that Team Phoenix from Geobash is hiding this stuff, and they put out such awesome things. And just seeing this and getting people inspired, getting people pumped out, seeing the pictures, that gets me pumped. I am going to, as soon as possible, work really hard on the green area to get it done as quickly as possible. I'm renaming it Pizza Central. I know it says East Central, but I am personally renaming it Pizza Central just because I just like that better.
That sounds amazing.
You got Chicago's in the area. You've got all kind of Michigan pizza. I don't understand why we didn't go with that in the first place. But Pizza Central, I'm hoping will be the first one to go, and just super just pumped to be a part of this. Not because hey, look at me, I'm awesome, but because look at what we can do for the community. And I am already planning. I'm working on my getting ready for my community celebration event, and I want to make sure that I'm incorporating Cache Odyssey. I'm incorporating Geo Woodstock. I'm putting all of those into that celebration event, just to get the people in the community excited about what's going on in our caching communities.
That's awesome. Thanks, Brian.
Well, thank you very much, Brian. Man, I feel the same way. It's like when we were talking about this in the beginning, when Gary called us and all that.
Yep.
Then I'm looking at all the names up there, and I'm like, holy cow! And honestly, it's an honor to be in here with people that inspired us. And I steal all your ideas. Just saying.
There you go.
But but we just kind of but that's the thing in Memphis was saying it earlier too. It's like, if go ahead, steal it, please. I mean, I did. We get inspired by a lot of things, and it's just Monica's an amazing partner. We really are a great team. But and I also want to give a quick shout out to Rogue Teacher as well, because she actually owned the spot where our Cache Odyssey hide is.
Oh, nice.
And she was very gracious and helped her move it and all that. So it's not all that far away, but
Right.
she was pretty cool about the whole deal. So, but yeah, this has just been an amazing experience for me, and being a part of something like this it's pretty cool. It's very cool. So,
Very cool.
Thank you all for asking us.
Absolutely.
I'm last.
Get to go.
I think the thing that is the most interesting to me is the fact that you get 50 people from 50 states, give them all direction, and what everybody came up with was amazing. Because I think we have all had experience where we maybe are hosting an event for something, and it's like, oh, so-and-so, bring soda, bring pop or whatever, and then they show up without it. And it's like, you had one job and you didn't follow through. One job. But in this case, 50 people, and we all came through. And I just think that is absolutely remarkable. And from seeing everything from behind the scenes, when we were all in the Facebook group, and I mean, I think there was a lot of us that were sweating bullets because something happened at the last minute. Maybe somebody had a location secured, and then all of a sudden, oh, sorry, we changed our mind. And so there was a few moments of, I think there were several people that were sweating it out, wondering, are we going to be able to publish on time? But again, it's just a huge shout out to absolutely everybody. Like I said, 50 people, and we all came through. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's been a great, and it's still a work in progress. We've got several that'll be going live soon, but it has been an incredible process to watch. And it's been, again, incredible to see everybody come together. Like you said, Monica, it's just amazing to see, everybody. And we have a private Cache Odyssey Hiders Facebook group, and it's a busy group. So it's been fun to see everything, but it's very active. And I've had some people mention to me like, hey, I need to take a look at the template again, but I can't find it because there's 1,000 messages in there. It's like, okay, I'll find it for you. So we have to sort through the information and give the information. So again, incredible. So put them on your list. The Geo Tours again are listed. They're all as the caches become published, the Geo Tours will also publish, and they'll show all of the ones that are available. So give it some time to make sure that they're all active before you sort of, make sure they're all showing before you sort of make plans. They're all going to go live. If they're not live now, they'll be going live soon. And we're looking forward to getting out there and seeing what people think of all these hides, and get excited about hitting the road and finding caches. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, folks, tonight for being on. It's been a fun night discussing it and getting excited about the Cache Odyssey. So with that, we'll say goodnight, and we'll see everybody next week. Next week. Good night, everybody.
Have a good night.
Bye, Emily. Go.
May your finds be many, and your DNA F's be few. May the terrain and difficulty both be less than 2. And whatever it is you're looking for, may it find its way to you. And may we all meet again.
Folks, we hope you've enjoyed the show tonight. Please email us your comment at geocachetalk@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. The show can be found on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Radio Public, or Spotify, as well as at the Geocache Talk website. Don't forget to click that subscribe button below and ring that bell notification so that you can see and hear the show on a weekly basis. And tell your friends about the show. Get them involved with us in the chat room. And until next week, don't just talk about geocaching, go geocaching.